if we're live.
Okay. How do we turn the music down?
Turn the music down. Yeah, I can't hear any music on my phone.
There it is. Okay, that's better. Way better.
This is what I get. I had to steal my wife's computer to get this, and hers is not set up for live streaming like mine is.
Right.
So, we'll see if anybody else trickles in for a few seconds here before we dive into what's going on. This is a last minute thing for us, but we felt it was necessary and that we owed you guys an explanation of what's going on. So. Hi guys. I don't think that's how you spell hi.
That's how I spell it.
That's a different type of hi, Mark.
Well, even when I say hi to people, I spell it that way.
Hi. The website's back up though, right? Rockset
Yes.
6?
Yes, the website's fixed.
Everyone was freaking out. They're gone. Coastal Crypto's gone.
Right.
Northern Crypto and Tech. I am high. Oh, I'm happy for you.
At least somebody is.
No, this is when Mark and I start our 4-day fast for the next 4 days. So
Right.
no one's high or drunk here.
Unfortunately.
Unfortunately.
High on life.
High on, yeah, sure. I wish I was high on Bitcoin, but we're not there yet. Getting there.
Little by little.
Little by little. Your audio is probably far better than mine, so I'll let you go into details if you want, and I'll fill the blanks where you need it.
Well, let's start with... I guess I should just start with, what the heck's happening? It's cold. It's cold outside where the facility is, hence John's background. Did you just take that picture today?
This is my backyard. No, I'm kidding. It's not my backyard. It will be in the morning, though. I don't doubt on that. That's unseasonable. Well, I don't want to say unseasonably cold. They weren't expecting it to get this cold this quick. Unprepared. Our company is unprepared.
Yeah, so we'll open the window so the rigs cool down then. The GPUs are, I mean, they're running. They're doing what they're supposed to be doing. I mean, some do need to be... What's that?
I was going to say the GPUs are heating our building right now.
They're heating the one side, right.
We've had a number of pipes burst the past couple months, so.
God damn it. Sorry, I'm trying to do something and pull up the...
Pull up the weather forecast?
Yeah.
Well, today, it's 29 degrees out, slightly windy. We have a cold weather advisory in the area.
Damn, dude, your audio is complete garbage right now.
I'm so sorry. I'll talk softly.
Yeah.
Very big
So
fish.
So basically, today we were reached out to by our energy provider Dominion, also our curtailment company, in regards to basically the cold snap that's coming. It was supposed to happen 2 weeks ago. It kind of did, but not really. Temps came down, but they were fine. Good enough to operate. Didn't really affect the lines, things like that. But now they're expecting sub-zero temperatures in the area. In a normal, regular city where there's a decent population, this really wouldn't be a huge issue. But we are on some older lines, some older infrastructure that Dominion has not upgraded yet, and we support basically one town next to us, the city that we're literally in, which is a small community. It's not, some big suburb or anything like that. So they reached out, told us what they're seeing, what they're expecting, and it possibly could happen. So tomorrow they are asking us to curtail essentially the entire day. Luckily, we don't have to do our entire workload, but machines will be affected. Me and John are going to try to figure something out during the day to rotate machines so we can keep people mining while we're curtailing at the same time, because we do not have to do our full load, but we still do have to curtail. So we're going to see some up, some down. You may see some of your rigs in low power mode. It really all depends on essentially the game plan that me and John come to first thing in the morning. But we are not going to address it until the morning itself. Curtailment will already be in full swing for tomorrow morning once that actually happens. They are expecting that the same situation is probably going to come in around Wednesday as well. They're also expecting an emergency to happen. An emergency would be like, a fuse breaks at the main hub, or where our electrical node sits. So they're expecting some dramatic shifts in energy, and everybody's trying to be proactive to keep load down while keeping us on, essentially. So in some way, shape, or form, fashion.
We're trying to avoid what happened last year. If you guys were with us,
we were down for like 8 days. Yep.
And that was towards the spring when things started to thaw out, and we had a mudslide which triggered a breaker to be thrown at the electrical node, which is one town over, and caused us to go down for about 8 days. So because we're there, because we're consuming so much power, they're doing their best to prevent any long-term damage like we experienced last year. So that's why we're doing this. We're trying to, a little bit of pain, pound of prevention, whatever that saying is, to kind of secure our facility. If we can minimize the downtime, that's what we're trying to do. Whether we have to put everybody's machines in low power mode and kind of shuffle, like Mark was saying, back and forth to try to minimize your guys' downtime. I'd rather be a couple hours here and there and rotate it than everybody being down for 48 hours. That's kind of how we're looking at it. So we kind of wanted the live to express what was going on, and this is out of our hands, guys. It's a shitty situation. We wish the power company would have been better prepared. It is an unfortunate circumstance, but we are a team player when it comes to the local community. So us going down and losing a couple hours worth of mining profits is, in my opinion, far better than the elderly guy in the neighborhood without power that freezes to death because he can't turn his heater up. And that's known to happen out here in the woods. So we do the best we can to kind of help out. We appreciate you guys and your understanding. If you
Right.
have any questions, please feel free to reach out to us, either here now or reach out to Mark on X or the website that's now back and running. Try to minimize the hurt that everyone's going to experience the next couple of days.
Yeah, so I guess we're expecting sub-zero temps, which is awesome.
Yeah, I mean, I wish we had pictures. I mean, I think they're on Discord. I don't have Discord here because I'm not on my laptop. But we had a sprinkler pipe burst almost a month and a half outside. Thank God it was outside. Every awning by fire code has to have some kind of sprinkler system, and the sprinkler system over our garbage ended up popping and raining down nasty rusty water for about 5 hours.
Yeah. So what questions? I already answered a couple questions in Discord from people DMing me directly, but what other questions do you guys have? Negative
Well, do you want to
30C
read those
dot com.
questions and answer them here?
No, because they're personal, unique to them.
Okay. Oh,
Your
fine.
mic is ass.
There's nothing I can do about it. I'm trying.
Yeah. He literally went back to 1984 and grabbed a dial-up phone. So you're hearing it live here now.
It's snowing outside. It's the weather interfering. It's high winds.
I wins, yeah.
I may reach out next month to purchase some ASICs. Just need to move some stuff around my old house.
Okay. Well, just let us know. Reach out.
Unless
Currently
the
54 in
ice
San
is-
Diego. Yeah, it's like 50 something here.
Yeah, my mom called me. She was complaining that the weather in Florida was too cold for her.
Ah. You're like, Ma, let me show you what's outside right now. Come on.
I mean, considering that we all grew up in, my family grew up in Boston, lived in Boston most of our lives. This isn't horrible. It's just, technically Virginia, we're still in the South, and they're just not prepared for it.
Yeah.
I mean, my house is not prepared for it. I mean, there's no insulation. The house leaks heat. I can't get my house above 50 at any given time. So the kids all got heated blankets for Christmas. Dead air is a good mark. He's been nice. He's been good to us
Yeah.
overall.
Let's see. John, bring some S19s home.
I'm afraid the knob and tube in my house will combust.
Right. Got some old L3 plus rigs running. What's my next affordable ASIC? I don't know. Everybody's level of affordability is different. If you're talking about something that only costs a few $100, I mean, S19 is the only option really for you.
The L3 is even profitable right now.
I don't know. After today's reckoning, I don't know.
Reckoning, please. It was a hiccup.
A hiccup? Is that what it was? Somebody
Oh,
fat fingered the Bitcoin price?
Now that we're up over 100, we're going to see some major swings. That's going to be the nature of it. The higher the price goes, the bigger the swings we're going to see. At 10 cents, an L3 is losing $1 a day.
Ouch.
But
Still worth
insane.
running. Still worth
Yeah.
running. I would pay that $30 to see the swings. You guys have any of the cannon miners at your place yet? I think we have a couple of the 1400, the 1500s, but none of the newer ones like the heater and stuff like that, which is not worth. It's $1,000 for a heater is ridiculous.
You can make your own.
Right.
Go get some thermal paste and some aluminum L brackets from Home Depot. Line up all your L3 boards and attach the angle iron to it and put a fan on it. There you go. There's our next idea, Mark. We'll start making L3 conversion kits for heaters.
Yeah. We need to.
Well, we have a dual L3 plus, so one power supply powering two L3s in our cafeteria, keeping our cafeteria from freezing. I wouldn't say keeping it warm, but keeping it from freezing. I honestly probably should have left the water running when I left this afternoon. Now I'm going to panic all night.
You're not even going to be able to sleep now. Yeah, so just to recap, we got a call. I know a couple more have just recently joined. We got a call earlier and an email from our electrical provider and curtailment company. They're expecting some pretty severe dips in the weather, temps, that is. So we're expecting like sub-zero temperatures. But yeah, we have to curtail come tomorrow. Curtailment itself will end up starting around 3 a.m. And me and John will start load balancing and playing with machines throughout the day to keep people up and running and mining. You may be in low power mode. You may not be mining. You may come back. You may go down for an hour or something. We're just going to be playing with machines most of the day just to keep some people on, some people off, and kind of just rotating, doing like a Japanese fire drill basically with all the machines. They expect that this temperature is going to happen again on Wednesday. And they also do expect that there may be some form or something may happen emergency wise. And as people have experienced, those that have been with us, we do have our substation that is in the back. That is solely Coastal Crypto's substation. It supports us in what we need to do in our facility. However, we are like a battery backup or a backup power source, essentially for the local town of 2,000 people that are right by us. So, and this is not even like a suburb. It's not even, it's a very small town, but in the big scheme of things, keeping 2,000 people on versus one company, it's important for us to keep the peace and help where we can. So if an emergency happens, more than likely we would go down while they fix whatever it is, so they can keep the town on. Yes. So that with machines not coming back after curtailment, if you are running any aftermarket firmware or if it's an altcoin miner, the machine itself just needs to be restarted. So if you want to take a look at that, check Foreman. If you have access to Hive, if the machine is on Hive, feel free to hit the reboot button, either in Foreman or in Hive. And if that doesn't happen, then do me a huge solid, and I'll put this in the chat, to email our support email, and they'll get on it. But yeah, no, we try to make sure that things that go down, they come back and they're mining again. But I mean, there are some that slip through the cracks.
Yeah, during business hours. Yeah, I mean, talking about supporting the community, I did post a little bit of a short a couple weeks back. We opened our doors to a number of the local fire departments and sheriffs and state troopers and a bunch of other people. Didn't want me to take videos of them running their training, but I don't think it's gonna make a difference if I talk about it now. But yeah, we opened our doors to a little over 100 law enforcement and firefighters, EMTs, and they ran hostage drills and disgruntled employee drills through our facility. So that was pretty cool to see and hear, because there they use blanks, but they're gunpowder ammunition, which is pretty cool. And they're shooting, basically paint darts at each other throughout the facility. And we gave them kind of carte blanche to do whatever they wanted, as long as they weren't firing in the direction of machines. So that was pretty wild to see, and they were in triage scenarios and things like that. But I think they destroyed our grass, Mark.
I'm pretty sure the grass is already destroyed.
Parked on our grass.
All right. Since the new HiveOS Enterprise, we lost the ability to lock frequency and voltage. Oh, okay. I know who this is. Is it possible to request a to Hive to get rectified? Frequency and voltage. Oh, I see what you're saying. Lock them in on the firmware page. I think B would be more. It would be easier than A. Let me think about that. We can figure that out. Now we've been very vocal with Hive on a more of a constructive criticism, because we are we're working very close with Hive on a few different things. Enterprise being one of them. And Enterprise itself it's ready on the standpoint of, like, if we just had all our machines in the facility and we wanted to have a detailed record reporting and all of that fun stuff, but on a host provider level, it's not ready. And we've kind of given some feedback as to what we kind of expect and what people need. And they're working on it. It's just a matter of what's priorities to the dev versus what's being released out. Essentially, what I've said to them directly was, everything that you have in Hive as a web GUI needs to be in Enterprise. And still, that's just something that they're working on, because at this point they're just two different systems and they do two different things for the most part. Obviously, you can control the miners and you can set overclocks and things like that, but you can't really dial in. You can't. So if you're trying to set like in this case specific voltages and things like that to get your power consumption down, Enterprise just doesn't facilitate that. And they're working on it. So it might be easier just to have someone sit down, put the voltages that you need in. And basically save and reboot the machine. So we'll figure it out. Let me think about it though first, just in case, or let me talk to Hive just to see what would be easier or not. What else you guys got? This is impromptu, not very planned. Or anything like that. We just basically wanted to go live just to see, make sure anybody has any questions on the curtailment end. The majority of people that are actually going to be affected, they're our larger clients, so they don't really watch our lives.
But at least now we can reference this for them.
Yeah.
We have to send them a video or some explanation of what's going on.
Right. Most of the time they don't even give a shit. They're just like, whatever. Make sure everything goes back on.
and there's different types of curtailment that we have to abide by, right? We have a contract with the curtailment company. Some we can opt out of, some instances we can opt out of, and that's what we've been doing. If you guys are hosting with us, you've noticed that beginning of December was a little abrupt, and then we haven't curtailed up until today, or just the other day. Actually, sorry, Friday was our first curtailment in almost a month. So we do our best to make sure that we stay within a specific limit of up and down time. Unfortunately, there are some instances like this one in particular that we don't have any control over. This was a notification came to us from Dominion, who is separate from our curtailment company as well, who notified us and said, look, you have to figure out a way to turn off X amount of megawatts. You got to figure it out. There's just, we feel, Dominion said, when they feel that the grid, may experience some major drawdown because of the cold weather and could cause breakers and everything else to pop when everybody else is trying to get things up and running and everything like that. So, in order to make the linemen's lives easier and make sure that local community members have power, we do what we can.
We got a question. You guys get paid for curtailment, or is it part of the good electric rate you get? What good electric rate? So curtailing helps actually our demand. So essentially, you have a demand price, you have a fuel price. Fuel price is what it is. That's the energy company's cost to get power to you, which I still feel is a sham. But yeah, it essentially what it does is it reduces our demand costs during peak levels, and that's the whole point of curtailing is to reduce load on the grid. So essentially the grid stays alive and healthy. So at that point, the energy company is not dinging us for staying on and active during a high peak or high usage time, where someone that is on, they're getting charged 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 cents a kilowatt hour because the demand shot up. So essentially it's helping us, it's saving us on the demand side. It's not really giving us a payment or anything like that. But it is, in the long run, saving us at some point. And we really don't even get to see that savings until the power company goes back and does their they analyze the year as to what we did and how we contributed to them at the scale that we do. And essentially they do this with a lot of businesses too. Like if they don't have a company that's involved, like we have a curtailment company that's involved that watches the price action for us to make sure that we can offset demand or not when the power company wants to call it in. But then there are times where Dominion will call us directly or call some of our neighbors who consume just as much power or more, and they'll just straight out flat tell them, like, hey, we need you guys to cut down. Like, I mean, even in our last building, like we had AEP, they would call us when we thought we had enough power to utilize and get everybody rolling at a full megawatt. They call us and, hey, you guys are killing the lines, you got to cut it. And then when we cut it, we blew a transformer because the lines weren't ready for our consumption. So yeah, it's the game you get to play. You get to be in constant communication with the power company, and then if you get a third party involved to help you navigate this arena, yeah, it's an awesome game.
It's a fun game. I mean, it's definitely, we've learned quite a bit dealing with things on this level. But yeah, no, the savings comes, after a year. And it's like Mark said, it's a savings. It's not like a physical check yet. So
no.
But anything that we do get, any downtime, you guys never get charged for downtime. You only get charged for the time your machines are actually running and are mining for you. We use Foreman and Hive and a bunch of other systems to track that. And the guys that sometimes it slips through the cracks, but we're quick to adjust and make sure that everybody is satisfied with their invoicing, and we can proceed to move forward. We don't claim to be perfect, but we do our best to communicate and talk to everybody, especially our longtime hosts that we like, and clients that we like, to make sure you guys are taken care of, and your machines are humming away. But hopefully we will have some more updates for you guys in 2025. Some big things are happening. Mark's sitting in front of a wall that's now complete. That was probably, day 2 of us being in this building. Mark took that picture.
Yeah.
That wall looks 100 times different now. And extends.
If you can't even see my finger. Essentially, if you go that way, yep, that wall is complete all the way back over here where this garage door is. So how many would you say? There's like 600, close to a little bit more than 600 on this wall right now?
Yep. It's, when we finish, we get that last 1000 kVA, the last little bit, we'll be at 17 or 18 racks. So 17 times 8 feet is how long the wall is. And that's just that one wall. And we have the GPU side of the house and some other things that are being designed and worked on right now that hopefully we can talk about with you guys come February. Mark will be in town in February. We'll probably plan on doing another live stream with hopefully a better mic setup for me. When Mark is in town, hopefully we'll have some clearance at that point to let you guys know what's going on, to give you guys a heads up, because we're excited about it. Although we don't seem excited right now with everything that's going on, because we're trying to make you guys all happy after this curtailment. But there is some exciting things happening for Coastal that we do want to share with you guys. Cars and Crypto 2025. I don't know. I mean, I think we're just going to do a meetup. If you want to bring your cars, bring your cars. I think we're going to do, probably grab a couple grills and something, get some hamburgers, and just whoever wants to come can come kind of situation. We've been, if you were there last year at the Cars and Crypto, you may have met Tristan. He's still planning on moving into our building. He's a mechanic who's taking up space in a room that's kind of detached from our main mining facility. So he'll be setting up lifts and stuff out there to work on his business and his cars. So I mean, cars have always been a passion of both for Mark and I. So I'd love to do the Cars and Crypto again. I just don't think. I think it'd just be more of a meet and greet and just play it by ear and see what happens. Everybody and anybody's welcome to come out. Cars, bikes, planes, trains, automobiles, all that fun shit.
Hell yeah.
A lot of effort went into it last year and didn't get a huge turnout, so I don't think we're going to be planning anything like we did last year, but we'll definitely do something.
I mean, it was more than I expected.
I'm still giving away t-shirts from Cars and Crypto.
Yeah, we bought way too many t-shirts, that's for sure.
But no, I mean, yeah, it was fun. I definitely would like to make some kind of annual event for us to host or do, especially as we grow. We have such a great facility to do it. I don't see why we shouldn't.
Yeah, Australia's a bit far, dude. The fact that you made it out last year was pretty rad, though. And then you also got to mess with your own machines, so that was...
I wonder if that's why they're broken, because he touched them. I jest. But yeah, not going to drag this on any longer, guys. Just, again, wanted to make this a quick little announcement, let you guys know what's going on. if you see anybody out, if you're in Discord, if you're on Twitter, and you see people asking about what's going on, you guys are now in the know. So we'll continue to update you on what's going on and updating the rest of the community and the rest of the hosts. Hopefully the weather isn't as bad as they're predicting it to be. Fingers crossed, because I don't like driving in this shit. They don't know how to plow or properly sand the roads around here. Plus, you're in the mountains, so it's a little tough to get a truck up the road and sand it properly.
Right.
That, and they cancel school when it's a dusting of snow around here. So my kids need to go to school. Again, we'll have some more updates and information for you guys come February. So make sure that you get that like button, hit that subscribe button. Follow Mark on X. He runs the Twitter page, or the X page. Unless he's in town and I can take over, I can get him drunk and I can just kind of plug in my 2 cents without being filtered. Ask questions, guys. We'll do our best to answer them and be honest. We've always tried to be honest and do right by you guys. So we're here. Reach out. All right. Take it easy, guys.